Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the co-founder of the Jefferson Awards and Multiplying Good, and founder and chair of low-income economic development programs for the last 8 presidents of the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, Sam Beard.
You know, when I was running the Jefferson Awards, I could never sit down because I was always late. And running around trying to organize things and make sure everything worked perfectly. Now I come and I just cry. It's just spectacular what we've done. So what I want to do tonight is just briefly start a conversation, involve each of you, and I want to talk about 3 things. I want to talk about personal crises. Pretty much everybody in this room at some point in their life has had a personal crisis. And if you haven't, you're lying. And the question when you have a personal crisis, which we all do, is it a defeat, or do you look at it as an opportunity to grow? And then I want to talk to you about self-discovery and service and multiplying good. And I want to talk about gratitude. We just never say thank you enough. In 2014, I had a personal crisis. At age 75, my income was supposed to stop, and the pension that I had worked all my life to build was not supposed to be mine. And there were lawyers and stress, and I couldn't work. It was terrible. To be thankful, I now want to thank the people who chased me so bitterly because it changed my life. It opened a whole new door. It got me to go inside and explore Sam Beard. And yes, I've had such fun in my life. I have created and then chaired a program for 8 presidents of the United States. I have founded the Jefferson Awards with Jackie Kennedy. I have created more than 10 million jobs in inner cities. But when I explored myself and found different things, I was born into a lucky start birth, a strong family. Ethics, work hard, believe in yourself, good schools. But I learned that there were never any hugs in our family. It was never, come sit in my lap, I love you. And my father was present but absent. We never played baseball. He never introduced me to anything like girls or relationships. It didn't happen. So I'm thankful for that crisis. I'm also thankful to my daughter, Hillary. She understood that I was wounded, and she came to run the Jefferson Award. And yes, it was an opportunity for her because she has such a heart, and it was an opportunity to give back and make a difference. But when she changed her life, she was changing her life to save mine. Hillary, I love you. I want to thank you for the opportunity of introducing Morgan Guess. At age 8, Morgan was viciously bullied in school. Viciously bullied in school. And she tried to hide it, and it affected her health. And her beautiful mother and father recognized that and talked about it. No one should be bullied. I'm going to say something pretty stupid. I am thankful that Morgan was bullied, because out of that challenge grew an extraordinary young woman. It showed that Morgan had such amazing heart. Morgan had such amazing courage. And she is now in her school and her community the place to go to if you're bullied, the place to go to if you're forgotten. And it's not easy. The mother of one of the bullies posted a picture of herself looking out at the audience, pointing a rifle. And the local sheriff came up and said, "Morgan, I think your life is in danger. You should stop." And she did not stop. So I am thankful that we're here to honor an extraordinary American hero, Morgan Guest. Now, I'm crying too. Anyway, Morgan is now 16, and she's at the starting line, ready to commit 20 years of beauty and energy and imagination to change lives and multiply good. So Morgan, I want you to lift your leg up like you are at a starting line. See if you can keep it up there. This June, I'm going to be 80. And I'm also at the starting line. I have finally learned what the hell I'm doing. And I dedicate my, we're going to tip over? No, we're not. We didn't tip over. I'm going to dedicate the next 20 years having the privilege of working with Hillary and her team, and we're going to make Multiplying Good the most extraordinary nonprofit in America. And we're at the starting line, and we are raring to go. Watch out, here we come. I got to blow my nose. I just appreciate, with the personal crisis, in our family, I went to good schools and I was great with the left side of my brain. I'm now practicing to operate from my heart. And what I want to say with that is I'm going to do something a little different. Hillary, in her remarks, said we're a divided nation, and we are. And I will maintain that Multiplying Good has the power to change America. And that's what we're here to celebrate tonight. And I want to make a plea. I want one, maybe two, maybe more, to see that the Just Awards and Multiplying Good, it's a chance of a lifetime to join our leadership team and get engaged. Let me repeat that. Multiplying Good as a nonprofit, as a foundation, is unique. It is a unique opportunity for maybe one of you, or maybe another one of you, to join the team. Because in the 20 years, we very simply have the opportunity to change America. And if someone wants to stand up and really join us and get engaged, which life is all about, I promise you, to get engaged, you're going to have fun with us, but you're going to help build the vision that I started with Jackie Kennedy and Bob Taft. And the most important thing that I'm saying is that if you join us, you'll have the privilege as a legacy. Think of it as a legacy opportunity to basically identify, train, and activate thousands, if not a million, Morgans. Please think about it. If this idea inspires you at all, talk to me, talk to Hillary. Think about it, go to sleep, call us at any time. This is an amazing opportunity, and one of you, two of you, or maybe more of you, can help us fulfill the dream. Now, with all that, please welcome an American hero, Morgan Guest, who is going to win the 2019 Jefferson Award for Outstanding Service by an individual 25 years and under. Hold on one second.
They said get your tissues ready, but I didn't know I was going to cry on stage. First of all, thank you, Jefferson Awards. Thank you, Multiplying Good. This has been an amazing experience, but there's still a lot going on. 13 million kids will be bullied this year. 160,000 kids skipped school today because they were afraid. A teen is bullied every 7 seconds. When I began my work, my state of Kentucky led the nation in teen suicide attempts. Kids who are afraid do not learn. I am one of those kids. 8 years ago, I could have never imagined standing before you here tonight. Instead, I felt afraid and alone. I didn't tell anyone, including my parents, because I was afraid the bullying would get worse. My bully was pinching me on the back of the neck, where no one could see the marks. She would pull my hair, hit me, and she called me terrible names. Worst of all, she isolated me from all of my friends. When my pediatrician suggested that I be removed from the school because I was emotionally unsafe there, I was having stomach spasms and panic attacks, and I was diagnosed as clinically depressed as an 8-year-old. I knew I had to do something. My parents told me that bad things are going to happen in life, and they gave me 3 options. They said I could ignore it, I could blame others, or I could be a part of a positive change. I, with the help of my family, chose to make a difference. And when others believe in you, you are going to see beyond your own needs and see the suffering around you. The more I lifted up the issue, the more I heard from kids who felt like no one heard them, that no one believed them, and that no one would help them. The story of my Uncle Mark reminds me of what happened when a child is not helped. Like me, my uncle was bullied when he was 8, but he was bullied by a teacher. I know his story so well. He is sitting in a small classroom. He wants no attention on him, but he has to go to the bathroom. He raises his hand and asks permission. The teacher, without emotion, says only one word: no. He sits in silence and urine streams down his pants. He sits in it all day. He is humiliated, and he struggles for years. When he was just 33, he attempted suicide 18 times in 6 months. Most of the time, he would panic and call 911. They would pump his stomach, and a judge would send him to a 72-hour evaluation at a mental hospital 2 hours away. On what would be his last visit to that hospital, he finds a way to lock the door. He takes a sheet from his bed, he removes the ceiling tile, and puts the sheet around his neck. The sheet is too long, so he gets down on his knees, and he hangs himself. He would live for 5 days, but he would never regain consciousness. I tell this story because it's important for all of us to know the impact of our words and of our actions. I'm grateful that my story is full of people who believed me and fought for me. It would be these people that would help me begin a movement toward creating kinder schools and communities. I'm grateful for a growing army of supporters. It started nearly a decade ago with a $7,000 donation from a business owner to help me bring a bullying survivor to speak to 6,000 kids in my school system. People from around the country turned to social media to help us win a contest to bring a free screening of the documentary Bully and its New York City filmmaker Lee Hirsch to my hometown. We buy the Bully educational toolkits for every Kentucky school who will use it. We also convinced our governor to appoint a statewide task force to study the issue, and I was asked to testify before the state legislature for a bill that would finally define bullying. That definition now provides all 640,000 kids in Kentucky public schools to find a pathway for help. And thousands gather on the first Saturday of every August for our kindness walk. Every corner of our community comes together at the start of the school year to commit to lifting up kindness. Students from 9 schools came together to design and paint a kindness mural. A second mural will be added to our downtown next month. But nothing brings me more pride than opening our mental youth health drop-in center. Students from middle school through age 25 can go there to get the support and services they need. Over the years, my story has often been misunderstood. It was never about a teacher, a school, or even a bully. My story is about every one of us. It is about how we treat one another and what we put out in the world. It is about you setting example you want me to follow. And it is about me taking responsibility for how I treat others. Whenever I get weary and tired, God always brings someone to me to remind me that there is more to do. There will always be more to do. But I believe in my generation, and I believe in you. And I promise to be the change I want to see in the world. Thank you, and I hope you will join me in being fearless and kind. Together, we can multiply good. Thank you.